So,
Okay.
so, where to start? Culture? Culture's a tough one.
She's telling me to say American, so I'm gonna agree with that.
I have no ethnic culture to speak of.
The food, yeah, the food here is so fattening. Like, you can go to Mexico for a month and lose at least 10 pounds. And then you come here, it's like you're full of fattening stuff. So I don't like that too much. But, we're all here.
Um, well, this culture is a lot. Armenians tend to be more direct, I guess, and Americans like to flower things up. Uh, I don't know. Well, let's say like when you see like a friend or a relative, you might say hi, but in Armenia it's more customary to like kiss on both cheeks and things like that. I think I'm pretty situated in my Armenian roots. But I won't kiss every stranger I see.
Well, I'm originally from New York, and I've lived here since 1955, so that's 55 years. My parents were both American-born, and my grandparents were born in Russia.
Cultura. Well, I like hanging out mostly on the streets, doing really not so good things.
People get the misconceptions when they see brown skin, they automatically assume you're black. And seeing as though both of my parents aren't from here, technically I'm not black.
I'm from South Central LA. My parents were born and raised out in Mexico. They came here as immigrants really young.
I was born in Dominican Republic, so yes, I have a green card and a passport and all that good stuff. I came to the U.S. when I was about 8 and learned English here. So I grew up in Compton, though. My mom is full Dominican. My dad is Ecuadorian and Haitian. So, yeah, they don't really know English, but shockingly, I learned English.
How could I really? Well, I don't really know much about. I wasn't really raised in the culture per se. The culture of what maybe the food that I eat is more Americanized than than the regular food that real Mexican culture eats. But find myself eating everything.
When you come from not having a lot and you're sharing everything and little stuff make you happy, like, oh, it's sunny outside, we have rice, the water looks fine, and you get here and people are so materialistic, like, oh, what car are they driving? Like, we didn't even have cars. Like, we're walking, like, kicking rocks by the creek, and that was fun. And then when you say stuff like that to people that are more Americanized, it's kind of like, that's boring, but that's where I come from.
I don't tag on walls like I used to, but I look for trouble for now, time to time. Yeah, that's my culture. That's what I grew up. That's what I grew up to. So it's kind of in me. It's kind of what drives me on a daily basis. It's not really related to the Mexican culture. I can't say I'm Mexican because real Mexicans will be like, nah, you're not Mexican. You're American. You're Chicano. No, stay on that side of the border.
I was born in Mexico as well. The Mexican culture defines me because that's who I am. And I just happen to be here mixed and mingling with like a bunch of other cultures, and the American culture does not define them either, and that's why we all have our own individual culture.
I would probably say Armenian because this isn't gonna be my favorite foods. It's gonna be the way I think. It's gonna be the way when I meet somebody, I guess I'll evaluate them in the Armenian way or whatever that is. Or I think I'm more Armenian because I've lived there longer and that's how I've been taught and grown up.
I have Jewish heritage, so I don't think American culture defines me, no.
My culture really defines the streets of LA. Not just because of my parents. My parents, I grew up mostly in foster homes, juvenile halls, camps, stuff like that. So it wasn't really around my parents. It wasn't really learning from them or of them.